The Golden Key, Emmet Fox's spiritual secret to solving any problem. What if the answer to your most pressing problem was not to wrestle with it, but to release it? What if the key to healing, abundance, and peace was not doing more, but surrendering more? Welcome to part 2 of our series on Emmet Fox's spiritual teachings. Today, we explore his most practical and profound method, the Golden Key, a deceptively simple idea that has helped thousands overcome fear, pain, and difficulty, not by human effort, but by spiritual focus. Emmet Fox introduced the Golden Key with a single, radical instruction. Stop thinking about the difficulty, whatever it is, and think about God instead. Let that settle in. Don't fight your problem. Don't overanalyze it. Don't even pray about it in the usual way. Instead, shift your attention. Completely, unwaveringly. Think about God. It's not a technique. It's a spiritual law in motion. The Golden Key is not about denial or escapism. Fox wasn't saying ignore reality. He was saying something more powerful. The difficulty cannot exist in the presence of God. When your mind is fully occupied with divine truth, the fear, confusion, and struggle dissolve naturally. Why? Because you're no longer feeding the problem with thought energy. You're shifting into alignment with the divine, where solutions flow effortlessly. This is echoed in Scripture. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Isaiah 26, verse 3. Let's walk through exactly how to apply the Golden Key in your life. You're facing a problem, maybe a health issue, a financial challenge, a broken relationship, anxiety about the future. The natural instinct is to fixate on it, to analyze, worry, try harder. But the Golden Key says, turn away from the problem and turn toward God. Start thinking about God's nature. Not vaguely, but clearly, deliberately, consistently. God is love. God is wisdom. God is peace. God is abundance. God is harmony. God is power. Fill your mind with these truths. Speak them. Write them. Meditate on them. Affirm them over and over until your mind is saturated with divine consciousness. As Fox said, the Golden Key is to think about God instead of the difficulty. Not to plead for a fix, not to beg for help, but to know that the presence of God is already handling it. You may be asking, but what if the problem feels overwhelming? Fox addressed this too. He said the more challenging the situation, the more persistent you must be in thinking of God. Even if you must repeat affirmations every minute, do it. Even if you have to refocus your mind 100 times, do it. Each time you turn away from fear and toward truth, you are golden keying the problem. You are not to think about the trouble, but about God. If you do this, the trouble will fade. Emmet Fox. Why does this work? Because your mind is a creative force. What you focus on expands. When you dwell on lack or fear, you energize it. When you dwell on divine truth, you dissolve the false image, just as light dissolves darkness. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46, verse 10. Stillness is not weakness. It is power. Fox taught that when we truly place our mind on God, not just intellectually but devotionally, the law begins to move. Divine wisdom arranges the circumstances. People are drawn in. Doors open. Healing begins. Your only job is to think about God. Let's look at an example. Imagine someone receives a difficult medical diagnosis. Fear rises. Anxiety floods the mind. The typical response is to fight, with stress, worry, and human effort. But the Golden Key says, think about God. Begin to declare, God is life. God is wholeness. God is perfection. Speak these aloud. Write them in your journal. Meditate on them morning and night. Every time fear tries to return, refocus your mind on God. Soon, your inner climate changes. Fear loses its grip. Peace flows in. The body begins to reflect the new pattern. The law is set in motion. Now, this is important. You don't have to figure out how the problem will be solved. That's not your job. Your only job is to golden key it. Fox wrote, do not try to outline the solution. Do not concern yourself with the way the answer will come. Trust the divine intelligence to work it out in the perfect way, at the perfect time. Your part is to keep your thought off the problem and on God. Here are some affirmations to golden key your day. God is guiding me now. Divine love is working in this situation. Infinite wisdom is unfolding the perfect solution. There is no power but God. Repeat these often. Let them reshape your mental equivalent, as we explored in part 1. This is how transformation happens, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. The golden key works for all problems: physical, emotional, financial, relational. Fox emphasized that even if you don't believe in it yet, just do it anyway. The method itself holds the power. Your belief will grow as you see results. He shared many stories of people overcoming fear, restoring harmony, finding jobs, healing bodies, all by using this one principle. Try it for yourself, and you will prove that it works. Emmet Fox. To golden key something is to release it into God's hands. It is to stop carrying what you were never meant to carry. As Jesus taught, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11, verse 28. Fox's method is a living embodiment of that invitation. Rest, not in passivity, but in divine confidence. As we close this episode, here's a simple way to begin. Choose one problem that's been weighing on your heart. Now, just for today, golden key it. Every time your mind goes to the problem, gently bring it back to God. Affirm God's nature. Rest in divine presence. Let go. Do this faithfully, quietly, persistently, and watch what unfolds. Thank you for joining us in part 2 of our Emmet Fox series. In the next episode, we'll explore another foundational concept: the 7 main aspects of God. A powerful spiritual framework that deepens your understanding of divine truth. Until then, remember, the answer is not in the problem. The answer is in God, and the key is always within your reach.